Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our September Dark Moon practice. Today is Tuesday, September 7th, and we are honoring and journeying in connection to the new moon in Virgo, which was exact yesterday evening. And the moon is moving just out of the shadow of the sun back into its waxing phase today on Tuesday. I invite everyone to have a candle nearby. We'll light that together in a few minutes as part of our journey together. And for now, to begin, go ahead and let your eyes softly close and relax, and invite you to bring your attention to your breath, to breathing. Just taking a moment to notice the breath, the expansion in the lungs and the ribs as we draw air into our body. And then without any effort, just releasing, letting the breath leave the body effortlessly. Taking a moment to do an inventory, starting with the toes, noticing any areas of tension or holding. The toes, the feet, the ankles, directing the attention there, letting the exhale encourage any release of tension in those parts of the body. Moving up the leg to the shins, the calves, up into the knee joints, inviting the tensions of the day, of any standing or walking or movement we may have done, to fall away with our exhale. Hopefully you're sitting somewhere comfortably where your legs can really just rest and relax. Drawing your attention up into the upper legs, the biggest muscles of the lower body, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, those muscles that are so important for helping us move through our day, move through the world, walking, standing, running, dancing. Take a moment to just invite any release of tension you may be holding there, in the thighs, the legs. Drawing our attention up from the earth into the bowl of the pelvis. The sacred bowl which cradles all the tender vital organs of the body. Some of our bodies, we have a womb in this area, but we all have a belly, we all have softness here. We all have vulnerability. Taking a moment to invite some nice soft breaths all the way down into the belly. And as you release, see what tension or holding you can let go of in the pelvic bowl, the muscles of the belly and the low back. It's not a time where you need to hold or guard or protect. You're safe, and we're in sacred time and sacred space together. Drawing your attention up now, up towards the solar plexus, the diaphragm, the bottom of the rib cage. Perhaps bringing a hand to the solar plexus and gently massaging this place, this energetic center of the body that can reveal so much about what we're carrying, what we're holding, what we're feeling, what we're processing. With the breath, invite a gentle opening, a softening. Invite the love and the beauty of the sun, the moon, and the stars. This part of our beings loves celestial light, it loves celestial energy. So take a moment just visualizing, or perhaps with your hand, and just send a little extra love, comfort, and warmth to your solar plexus. Bringing the attention up now, up into the upper chest, the areas across the front of the shoulders, base of the neck. Noticing the full expansion of the rib cage, not just to the front when we inhale, but to the sides and to the back. Imagine two balloons inflating in all directions as you draw air into the rib cage. And gently, without any effort, allow the air to flow out again. Bring the attention now up into the shoulders, noticing the shoulder joints, the scapula, the bones of the arm as they connect to the torso at this important joint in our bodies. Allow your attention to flow gently down your arms, down toward the elbow joints, into the forearms, the wrists, and the hands. Take a moment and with your inhale, clench your hands as hard as you can into fists, and with your exhale, release. Release the tension in your hands. Go ahead and do that one or two more times if that feels good for your body today. Inhale and draw it all in, scrunch it up, tighten the hands, the fists, the arms, and with the exhale, let it all go. Now is not the time when you need to hold or clench or guard. This should be a time of rest and repose and softness in the body. With the breath, send a sense of ease and rest all the way down the arms, from the shoulders to the elbows to the wrist, to every tiny little bone in your hands. Our hands and arms work so hard every day, bringing nourishment to us, hugging our loved ones, feeding ourselves, bathing and washing ourselves, caring for ourselves. Our hands and our arms are so often the way that we connect and relate to the world around us. Whether we're drawing a flower to our nose so we can smell its fragrance, opening a window to let in the summer breeze, performing any manner of domestic tasks around our home to make it a beautiful and clean environment. We have our hands and our arms to thank for all of these essential functions of our lives. Bringing the attention now up to the neck and the throat. Taking a moment to focus the energy on the throat chakra. This is the place from which we communicate. This is the place from which we speak our truths, where we express love and fear and anger and vulnerability. Take a moment and send healing and nourishing breaths to your throat, to your voice. this powerful and important part of our identity of who we are, of how we interact and relate to the world. Allow it to open and bloom like a flower, releasing anything you may be holding in your throat and your neck with soft, nourishing, gentle breath. And lastly, bring your attention to your head and face, your ears. See what tension you can find to release there, whether it's the jaw or the brow, the upper neck, the top of the head. Take a moment and with your breath, release. Let go. Surrender to the serenity of this time and this place. Nourish your entire body with a moment of rest and repose, honoring all the great work you did today out in the world, working, communicating, living your life, helping others. Thank and nourish your body with this important moment of rest and with your breath. Tonight we will share a sacred journey for the dark moon. I invite you now, if you have a candle nearby, to go ahead and bring that to flame. The lighting of our candle will signify that we have entered sacred time and sacred space together. This candle will also serve as an anchor, a beacon, a lighthouse to draw you back to your body when it's time. Take a moment to gaze into the soft flickering flame. Commit its color, its shape, and its size, and its location to memory so that it may call us home when it's time. And then allow your eyes to soften and close once more. Tune into your breath once again. With each breath, allow the sense of presence of your spirit in your body to begin to dissolve and soften. The ties which bind us to our bodies are not as firmly tied as we may believe. Even while we inhabit our bodies with the right amount of focus and surrender and patience, we can temporarily leave our physical bodies and journey to magical and imaginal realms. And so I invite all of you now to let your perception and sensation of your physical body to fade into the background. Allow the sensation of your feet on the floor, your body on the chair, perhaps your back on the floor, to fade and dissolve into the background. And imagine that your spirit can travel and journey to places you've never been before. Float and drift now until you find yourself in the center of an ancient grove of trees. Some of you have been here before. For some of you, this place is new. It is an ancient place. It is a sacred place. And above all else, it is a place where you are entirely safe to explore and to journey and to see what dreams may come. It is night here in this ancient grove of trees. The night birds sing their song and a gentle breeze rustles the leaves. The temperature is mild. Late summer and early fall are upon us. Turn slowly in a circle over your right shoulder and admire the beauty that surrounds you. Feel the presence of the ancient ones, of the spirits of this place, of the spirits inhabiting these great and beautiful trees that surround you, forming a sacred circle. Turn now and face the direction you know to be east in this place. Walk towards the edge of the grove of trees in an eastern direction, extending your arms out and standing in the shape of a star. Take a moment to open your being to all the spirits and creatures of the East. This is the realm of the element of air and all the beings and spirits that inhabit it. Take a moment to welcome, invite, and honor the spirits of the East to this sacred journey we will take tonight. A torch stands before you in the east. Take a moment and bring it to flame. This is the watchtower of the east, guarding, protecting, and illuminating this portion of our sacred circle. Walk now clockwise until you reach the southernmost point of our circle of ancient trees. Stand in the shape of a star, arms extended wide, feet apart, heart open and radiating to the south, inviting and welcoming the spirits, elementals, creatures and beings of this realm to be present, to witness the journey we will undertake together on this night. Bring this southernmost torch to flame, and with it, invite the guardian spirits of the south to watch over and protect our sacred journey on this night. Walk now clockwise until you reach the westernmost point of this circle of ancient trees. Extend your arms out from the sides. Take your feet apart to form a star shape. Open your heart to the realm of the west, the element of water, the place where the sun dips into the underworld each night. Take a moment to welcome and invite the spirits, elementals, and ancestors of the West to be present on this journey we will take tonight. Bring the westernmost torch to flame and with it invite and welcome the Watchtower of the West, the guardian spirit that will watch over and hold space for the journey we will take on this night. And finally, we will walk clockwise once more until we reach the northernmost point of the circle of trees. Standing once again, limbs stretched apart from the center, heart open, inviting and welcoming, honoring the spirits of the north. This is the realm of the element of earth, and all the spirits and creatures that dwell and inhabit within. Take a moment to show reverence, honor, and welcoming for the spirits of this place. Bring the northernmost torch to flame, thus activating the Watchtower of the North. This mighty spirit of protection, of wisdom and strength that will complete the circle and hold the space for us and the journey we will take on this night. Continue walking clockwise again, halfway around the circle, until you once again reach the south. From the south, turn and face the center of the circle and move back to the midpoint where we began. And now we will take a moment to invoke and invite the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the ancestors, the beloved dead, the spirits of this place, the divine by all its names, the power and beauty of the cosmos. We invite these energies into this sacred sphere that we have created, that they may bless, support, and witness the work that we are undertaking. We do this with honor, reverence, and love, and open hearts and minds. We will trust the wisdom of this journey. We will take it to heart, and we will honor it by listening with the fullness of our beings. The sign of Virgo in the sky, both the sun and the moon on this night, in the sign of mutable earth. The sign of Virgo invites us to attend to matters close to home. It is not a time to journey far from this place, but rather to tend our own gardens of our soul, of our spirit, that we may be of service and nurture others. Turn a quarter of a turn now over your right shoulder to face the east. As you walk to the east, you see the Watchtower flame burning strong. You walk just a little ways down a path to the east, and before you unfolds a spectacular garden, shimmering with fairy lights, illuminated by starlight, and a glow from the earth itself. This is the Garden of Fragrance. It is filled with scented blossoms of more varieties than we can possibly imagine. Neroli, rose, jasmine, honeysuckle, hyacinth, gardenia, wisteria, freesia, and sweet alyssum are among just a few of the scented and sweet species of flowers in this place. Before you stretch gardens, pools of water, and stone walls, all of which have been constructed in such a way to better channel and move currents of air, thus distributing the sweet fragrance of this place. This garden of fragrance is adorned with statuary dedicated to gods and goddesses of beauty and love, including Aphrodite and Venus. In the distance, you see gentle souls clad in soft yellow, silver, and blue, lovingly tending these gardens, trimming flowers, removing weeds, and honoring the beauty of this place. Breathe in the sweet, sweet, intoxicating fragrance of this garden, filling your being with the lightness, the newness, and the freshness of the dawn. As you enjoy and open yourself to this place, take a moment and reflect. What part of your garden, of your life, needs more space to breathe? Where do you need air? Where do you need the effortless beauty of the sweet scented flow of fragrance drifting on the breeze? Notice, even in this nighttime, pollinators dance in some of the blossoms, the night pollinators, moths. Notice how they flit from blossom to blossom, covering themselves in the sweetness of the pollen. Invite that same joy and lightness and spaciousness and effortlessness into yourself and into your life, and especially in the places where you need it the most. The Garden of Fragrance has lessons of lightness to offer us, if only we are willing to see them and take them to heart. Take another moment or two to appreciate the beauty and sweetness of this place, the soft glow, the beds of flowers as far as the eye can see, the gentle souls who tend this place. And turn now back to the path which leads to the ancient grove of trees. Passing by the watchtower of the East Torch and returning to the center of your circle. Taking a moment to breathe and integrate what you experienced, what you heard, and what you learned in the Garden of Fragrance. Turn now over your right shoulder to face the south. Walk towards the watchtower of the south and tread down the path in the direction of the south. This is the garden of fire and smoke, a sacred and holy place, situated in a large circular crater beneath your feet, rich black soil, the product of volcanic activity hundreds and hundreds of years ago. On these south-facing slopes, resinous trees, including pinon pine, copal, frankincense, and dragon's blood, grow. From their bark, sap drips and oozes, awaiting harvest. White sage and Palo Santo trees ring a sacred cremation fire, which is tended lovingly and burns forever, night and day. This is the Garden of Saffumigation, where the burning of plant materia is a sacred act of purification, blessing, and even at times, intoxication. The postulants who tend this garden worship and know the divine within the flames of transformation, learning these arts, studying how to construct sacred fires, how to embrace the appropriate prayers and incantations, and knowing the proper ways to disperse smoke in ceremony. A sacred lodge stands at the ready nearby, and stones glow red with heat, awaiting their turn to turn water to steam in holy ceremony. This garden of fire and smoke invites you to consider what aspects of your being you're ready to offer unto these sacred flames. What purification, what transformation are you ready to offer to these holy flames? This garden of fire and smoke offers us the opportunity to identify that which is within ourselves that we are ready to release and place into the flames that it may be transformed as holy smoke ascending to the heavens. Take a moment to gaze out upon the massive crater upon which these sacred trees and plants of fire and smoke grow. Notice the flames flickering in the distance, the fire tenders going about their work. And when you are ready, return to the path which leads back to the ancient circle of trees. Passing by the flame of the watchtower of the south, return to the center of the circle, facing north once again. Take a moment to reflect and remember that which you learned and discovered in the garden of smoke and flame. Turn now over your right shoulder again to face the west. walk in the direction of the west, passing the flame of the watchtower and treading down the path to the Garden of the Sepulchre. Before you spreads a vast necropolis of monuments and tombstones. It is ringed with holy trees of death and the afterlife, including cypress, yew, cedar, and arbor vitae, the immortal soul trees. Throughout this peaceful and beautiful landscape are countless shrines and venerations to the ancestors, as far as can be seen. Candles flicker, bundles of flowers and sacred herbs adorn the monuments. By your side is a small platform. Atop it is a thurible with hot coals inside. Take up the thurible and walk among these beautiful and peaceful gardens with reverence. Burn storax, frankincense, and gum sandarac in reverence and remembrance of those who have gone before. Shrubs of hyssop and rosemary grow nearby. Hyssop awaits harvest to be tied in bundles with ribbon for asperging the sacred rites of the dead. The unmistakable fragrance of rosemary brings to mind remembrance, honoring our treasured memories, those we have known who have passed into the next realm. The preciousness of the time in which we knew them. Sweet smelling woods grow here for the funeral pyre. Among the plants are periwinkle, elder, myrrh, basil, willow, violets, and many other herbs, plants, and trees associated with remembrance, memory, and honoring of our ancestors and our beloved dead. Notice the fresh green shoots of plants emerging from the earth. Notice the mature shrubs and trees with fruits and berries heavy on their branches. Notice the plant with blackening leaves, yielding to the end of its cycle and falling into a fallow state that it may rest in repose until its seeds yield once again new growth. In this garden, we witness the cycle of birth and growth, of maturity, and of seeds ripening and falling to the earth with death. Within this garden, we witness the fullness of the cycle of life, the ancient mysteries of the plant kingdom unfolding before our eyes in this beautiful and sacred place. These gardens are lovingly tended by shrouded figures, moving almost silently among the monuments and statuary. This garden invites us to discover wisdom. We are ready to recall from our ancient ones, our ancestors, our beloved dead. What calling awaits you here in this timeless realm of the cycle of life and death? Here in the Garden of the Sepulchre, we have the opportunity to reflect on our own life cycle, on those we have known and on those who have gone. It is a holy place of reverence, of beauty, and of abundant love and appreciation for all that have known us and we have known, who have touched our lives and who we hold in our hearts and our memories. Take a moment now to honor this place, and then returning to the path from which you came. Moving back to the sacred grove of trees, passing by the westernmost watchtower, its flame burning brightly, honoring the place of the sunset. Move once again back to the center of the circle of the grove of trees, to face the north. Take a moment to reflect upon the Western Garden, the Garden of the Sepulchre, and whatever you witnessed, discovered, or learned in that place. And now, walking straight ahead towards the northernmost watchtower, down the path into the final garden we will visit on this night. This is the Garden of Healing. Before you stretches boundless beds of healing herbs, plants, and trees. Herbs which mend, herbs which cleanse, herbs that manage pain, herbs that bring rest and repose, and even a few herbs that invite the end of life when suffering has become too much. Every plant ally and spirit in this place is available to us as medicine for whatever condition, ailment, or difficulty we struggle with. Among the thousands of species growing in this place are chamomile, hops, boneset, aloe, cohosh, willow, peppermint, clove, kava kava, mandrake, slippery elm, valerian, yarrow, aconite, henbane, belladonna, and opium. All of these species and so many more are cultivated, harvested, and used medicinally here. Small temples of healing, Asclepian, pepper the landscape. These are chambers of bathing in medicinal herbs, of receiving poultices, elixirs, salves and tinctures, herbs for dreaming, sleeping, and resting, and rejuvenation. The tenders of the Garden of Healing walk with beauty, clarity, and purity, fully open to the healing modalities these plants offer. Take a moment to step into one of the small temples of the Garden of Healing. Lay down upon the bed in the center of the chamber. Close your eyes and rest. And let whatever spirit or quality or scent or type of plant medicine that wants to come to you now. Open your being to receive the blessings, the healing, and the support that this place offers you. The plant allies willingly give of themselves to you that you may be healed, that you may feel comforted and at peace. And all they ask in return is that you hold an awareness of the healing that they offer and the magic that is contained within leaf, bark, branch, and root. Know that the healing offered to you in this place is available to you anytime you need it. You can come here to this Garden of Healing in the north and receive what you need as often as you need it. Rise now from the bed in the Asclepian, taking a moment to thank, honor, and revere those that have tended to you in this space, whether it person, plant, or both. Find your way back to the path which leads to the sacred grove of trees from which we came. Passing by the watchtower of the north and returning to the center of the circle. Taking a moment to reflect upon and integrate that which you experienced at the Garden of Healing. I invite you now to lay down upon the soft earth, arms and legs extended in a star shape, head to the north. Take a moment to breathe in the countless stars in the sky above you. With the absence of the moon, you can see more stars than you ever imagined possible. The soft glow of starlight radiates down upon your skin, your face, your body. Its gentle light bringing you healing and love from the cosmos. In this sacred time, in this sacred place, you are incredibly worthy. You are incredibly special. and you are incredibly deserving of all the beauty and all the gifts this place has to offer. Hold what you learned, what you witnessed, and what you experienced on this night in your heart and in your memory, that it may guide and serve you in the future. From the garden of fragrance in the east to the garden of fire and smoke in the south, the garden of the sepulchre in the west, and the garden of healing in the north. All of these places, and countless more, are part of you and are accessible to you whenever you need them. Bring your attention now back to your breath. Envision the candle flame burning softly in the place where your physical body rests. Imagine that candle flame gently and slowly calling you home. As the spirit journeys and finds its way back to the flesh, start to bring awareness back to the lungs, the heart, your belly, your face, your head and eyes. Gently moving your fingers and your toes, feeling your spirit reunite with your body. Gently bringing breath, remembering to carry with you all that you learned and experienced on this night. Bring it back with you into this time and this place. When I reach the number 1, gently and slowly open your eyes, returning to your body, feeling rested, content, and at peace. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back, travelers. Thank you for journeying with me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and if anyone wants to stay on for another minute or two and share anything about your journey, I'd love to hear it.